Characterize what you see out there which may well change from 2020.
Yeah, 2020 has accentuated many trends: digitalization, the further take-up of enterprise software, and the consumption shifting further into the omni-channel. And I think those trends will all continue 2021. Valuation is an area to watch, but with the right strategy into invest in various compelling segments of private equity and venture capital, investors are well positioned to reap really multi-decade trends of development from those mega trends.
Jie, so tell me, I mean, last time that you came on with us was June, and you were overweight at that point, technology and healthcare. I mean, these were very crowded areas in the market. How has that evolved for you through the last 6 months or thereabouts?
Yeah, I think there are certainly segments and pockets of those areas at the late stage level that are very crowded. But today, the technology or the confluence of technology, digitalization with the traditional industries are really transforming how business models are evolving in those areas. And it's not a flash in the pan or something that's going to be temporary, but to really have lasting power. So private equity is a really long-term asset class, and we are here to invest and hold assets for a long time. So as far as our strategy is concerned, we're very focused on finding the right areas within technology, within healthcare that have many years of runway ahead of them.
Well, absolutely. And let's just take a look at technology. And, you know, if you have a look at certain parts of it, as you just said, which parts are of interest to you in particular?
Yeah. I see patterns emerging for convergence in machine learning, inventory management, supply chain management. China has historically had a very fragmented, for example, supply chain with a lot of intermediaries, ripe for consolidation, ripe for the shortening of supply chain. And these aims can be achieved through digitalization by providing a platform that provide long tail of goods and services under one roof, and with great inventory management enabled by software or otherwise to make those processes pain-free for manufacturers. I see that's an intrinsic part of the industrial trade.
Jie, I want to take a look at the PE space in China. China introduced measures for greater transparency, greater governance in the PE space, the first such move in China. How will that impact private equity?
I think governance is an area that will continue to be a major focus for the investors. The fact that there are more listing venues and all those venues are insisting on a higher level of governance will drive the evolution of governance into a high level in the investment industry. And of course, LPs also play an instrumental role in requiring a higher level of disclosure, higher level of governance for the GPs to their portfolio companies.
So what's the outlook for private equity in China, given that there are already limitations like FX limitations? The yuan is not yet fully convertible.
Yeah. I think it has been a proven case that investment can be made in China and to be exited very smoothly through listing, whether it's domestic listing or listing in Hong Kong or the US. So the case of private equity model investing in China is well proven with many cases under its belt. The fact that yuan is not convertible adds some months from a FX conversion point of view, but it doesn't hinder the investment in private equity in China.
Jie, we talk about the impact of the pandemic. The pandemic has brought ESG investing to the forefront. It is now in the mainstream. We've seen outsized returns. Can 2021 do better?
Yeah, ESG is a fast evolving area with climate change being a centerpiece in this in 2021. So this is an area that I think all the industry participants are hyper focused on in making sure that their investment companies are aware of the physical risk and transition risk climate change has brought on. So a lot of the stock exchanges, including Hong Kong Stock Exchange, and also regulators are very focused on this. So I'm sure the different sources of pressure and focus will bring the industry to a high level of ESG practice.
Well, certainly also, you mentioned regulators, and of course the big story has been this crackdown on Alibaba in terms of monopolistic practices. We've got a lot of these big tech names under scrutiny, heavy scrutiny right now. Do you expect that to actually change the game?
Yeah, I feel that this opens up the competitive landscape further for all players to thrive. And this is the chapter that we have seen play out in the US, where antitrust concerns have prevailed over periods of companies' histories. I think overall benefiting to the orderly development of an industry. Regulation usually lags innovation, but regulation does catch up to really restore some of the order and level playing field of industries.